Hey there, my fellow anglers and fishing fanatics. Your friend and fishing expert is back with another crucial forecast, and today we're diving deep into the conditions for Ireland on November 24th, 2025. Now, some might think late November is a tough time, but let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be truly special. With a stable high-pressure system settling in, we're looking at conditions that could trigger some incredible feeding frenzies, especially for our predatory friends. So if you're ready to learn how to make the most of this unique window, stick around, because I'm about to share some hard-earned secrets that could put a trophy fish on your line. First up, let's talk about the freshwater giants, the mighty pike. My friends, November is absolutely prime time for these water wolves in Ireland. With the water temperatures cooling down, pike are really switching on, looking to pack on weight before winter truly sets in. Where to search for pike? Forget the shallow bays where they might have been a month ago. This week, focus on deeper water, think around 6 to 10 meters. Look for drop-offs, the edges of deep weed beds, and any kind of underwater structure like sunken trees or rock piles. The pike will be holding in these ambush spots, waiting for schools of roach or perch to swim by, seeking those more stable temperatures. Big lofts like Lough Derg and Lough Ree are showing excellent activity for these giants. What to use for pike? This is the time for big, slow presentations. A large deadbait like a mackerel or herring, fished static on the bottom, can be absolutely deadly in these conditions. If you're a lure angler, don't rush. Slow-sinking large soft plastics in natural colors like roach or perch patterns will be your best bet. The key is to work the lure deliberately, almost tantalizingly offering them an easy meal. Remember, conservation is key. You can only keep one pike under 50 centimeters in length, and all pike over 50 centimeters must be returned carefully to the water. Live fish as bait are strictly prohibited here in Ireland. Next, let's turn our attention to the thrilling sea bass. Believe it or not, November can offer some truly incredible bass fishing along the Irish coast, often yielding some of the largest specimens of the year. The sheer abundance of baitfish like lance, garfish and sprat, often pushed around by the prevailing winds, makes bass incredibly active. Where to search for bass? You'll want to target them along the southern and western coasts. Don't shy away from rocky outcrops, sandy beaches with good structure, or areas where strong currents create feeding lanes. These are their hunting grounds. What to use for bass? Big topwater lures that cause a lot of commotion are proving incredibly effective, especially around first and last light. Fishing into the dark on a rising tide can also be highly rewarding. If you prefer bait, consider fresh crab and razorfish, which are often irresistible to bass. Remember, friends, bass are a protected species, so be mindful of minimum size limits and local regulations. Finally, for those who enjoy a more relaxed session but still want action, there is the humble but rewarding perch. As the water temperature continues its downward trend, coarse fish like perch will move into deeper parts of lakes and canals, seeking stable temperatures. Where to search for perch? Look for them along features like underwater humps, canal lock gates, and deeper sections of slower-moving rivers. What to use for perch? Small soft plastics on a light jig head, especially in natural browns or greens, can be super effective. Traditional baits like worms or maggots, fished on a small float or light ledger rig, will also tempt them. A little trick is to tip your jig with a single maggot. That tiny bit of scent can make all the difference when the bite is tough. Now let's get into the nitty-gritty, the theoretical base that shapes our forecast. Weather. For the 24th of November 2025 in Ireland, we're looking at a generally stable and dry day thanks to a high-pressure system. Daytime temperatures will hover around 8 degrees Celsius, dropping to about 1 to 3 degrees Celsius overnight. We expect very little precipitation, perhaps 0 to 1 millimeter, meaning mostly dry conditions. Wind will be a factor, with an average speed of around 28 kilometers per hour, making it breezy to moderately windy, which can stir up baitfish along the coast. The stable pressure is often a good sign for fishing, preventing drastic changes that can put fish off. Water temperature. Water temperatures in Irish coastal waters are currently averaging around 12 to 13 degrees Celsius. While still relatively mild for late November, the general trend is definitely downwards. Freshwater temperatures will be similar, or perhaps a degree or two colder. This cooling means that while predators like pike and bass are active and taking advantage of abundant bait fish, coarse fish are becoming less active in shallow areas and are already seeking deeper sanctuary. Moon phase. As for the moon phase on the 24th of November 2025, we will have a waxing crescent moon. It will be around 15 to 17% illuminated and about 4 days old. While many anglers believe that the period leading up to a new moon can sometimes be challenging due to reduced light, this also means less nocturnal feeding for predators, potentially making them hungrier during daylight hours. So, don't write off the day just because of a small crescent. General fish activity. Overall, the coarse fish are becoming sluggish and shoaling up tight in deep water. This is a dinner bell for the pike and big perch, which are in their prime feeding season, looking to pack on weight before the cold of winter truly sets in. Bass along the coast are also highly active, keyed into the abundant baitfish. Considering all these factors, the stable, dry, albeit breezy weather, cooling water temperatures, and the active predatory fish seeking to feed before winter, I'm giving the fishing in Ireland for the 24th of November 2025 a good to capricious rating. It won't be easy, but it definitely won't be absent. The stable high pressure and cooling waters will encourage fish to hold in deeper, more consistent water. However, the abundance of bait fish and the clear activity of pike and bass, combined with a generally dry forecast, mean that if you're targeting the right species with the right tactics, you could have a fantastic day. Be prepared for the cold, dress appropriately, and the fish will be there. So there you have it, my friends. Your detailed forecast for a potentially memorable day on the waters of Ireland. I wish you all tight lines and a fantastic time out there. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this forecast helpful. Subscribe to the channel for more expert tips and ring that notification bell so you never miss an update. And tell me in the comments below, what are your plans for fishing this late autumn? Have you had any luck with pike or bass recently? Share your stories and observations. I love hearing from all of you. Until next time, stay safe, stay warm, and may your lines always be tight.